the conflict in Mindanao is a big deal. It is like the conflict that is happening in other parts of the world. It's not like that. Misconceptions are it is just a racial thing or like a clan war, but it is not. It's all about land grabbing. It's all about giving justice. It's all about giving back what is right for the people.
Yung masakit sa side ko na bata pa lang ako, aking maranasan na yung gera. Yung gera na hindi naman dapat na ating maranasan.
There are people here in Mindanao who have been craving for peace for the longest of time. However, they are not able to resolve that peace because lack of sincerity among both parties. One side will refuse to study about the history of another, and the other side is very desperate. Since desperate, they will tend to engage in very desperate actions in order to protect their rights. So, it is usual in this place that when we hear the term Moro, it always has this negative impression. What they don't understand is that Moro stands for an identity of those people who live, or the original settlers of this island. Before the Spanish colonial times entered the Philippines, there is already a system, a sultanate system of Sulu, which includes Palawan, Mindanao. They already have commerce, they already have culture. And then suddenly, by a stroke of a pen, the Treaty of Paris, suddenly Mindanao was handed over to the Americans, and from Americans, from the Philippine government. So I think that is the main problem there, the lack of sincerity in knowing the history behind these Moro people. If there is sincerity between two parties, I think peace in Mindanao is not that far.
The time na nasa evacuation center ako, yun na rin yung time na sabi ko sa sarili ko, pagsubok lang ito na pwede ko pang lampasan. Pagsubok na pwedeng maging inspirasyon ko para sa magandang pagbabago ng aking buhay.
There's no food become more than 6 months. Wala nang one word food na tumutuhan. More than 6 months, word food is not arrived to give hindi na parang natigil na yung pagbigay nila ng bigay ng supply sa amin. Kaya napakahirap ang buhay dito sa evacuation center. Wala na kaming makain. Mahirap na talaga. Kami gani wala na kaming bigas ngayon. But saka wala nang pera. Mahirap talaga. It's so very hard. No, I can't believe.
Bakit?
Kasi ma'am, parang kasi magulo pa ang kwan.
Mahirap kasi yung tinitirahan po namin, hindi po namin bahay. Tapos mahirap din po ang yung pagtulog po namin. At saka nababaguhan din po kaming mga teenager, wala po kaming napapanood TV. Wala po kaming mga medyo kilala po dito sa bago namin pong lugar. And
20 years of old, and para yung mga bata, para malibang yung mga bata kasi yung ituro namin ito yung psychosocial lang ang ginagawa namin, ituro namin sa mga bata. Para yung mga bata, for example, yung bata na may stress, may profound stress, para maalis yung profound stress niya.
You know, we feel we are abandoned by the Philippine government, considering that we are almost two years inside the evacuation center, but nobody from political leaders able to visit us. How much for assistance? No more, no assistance.
Peace for me is it is not the absence of let us say war, but it is the absence of poverty.
The illiteracy rate in our province is very high. When people are illiterate or have no access to education, they are not empowered. They basically don't know their rights. They do not know that democracy. That this is democracy, and as public officials, they are there to serve the public. So they don't understand that. So it is one obstacle for peace.
When you say peace, there is a freedom. There is a freedom to choose, freedom to love, freedom of all that is good for us.
I work with MPC because I believe in the power of dreams. I dream of peace, I dream of unity, I dream of that someday our people in Mindanao shall become one, despite of religion, despite of beliefs, despite of ethnic differences.
My organization is Ateneo, Law Student Advocates for Bangsamoro Rights. And basically our organization is engaged in basically educating people on what the historical or the culture or the identity of this Bangsamoro or Moro people is.
What we need here in Mindanao is for adults also to recognize that the youth has to be given space for them to participate, for them to speak up on how they could contribute to attain peace in Mindanao.
These energies, dynamism, and potentials among the ranks of the youth need to be maximized because, as our national hero said, the young people are the hopes of our nation. So through the young people, we may be able to innovate more strategies, more effective solutions for the peace-building efforts here in Mindanao.
It is important to young people to be involved in peace because we young people are the leaders of our next generations.
Kasi pag mga bata kasi ngayon mas pinipili nila yung maging peace kasi pangit masyado kung yung merong mga yung war or violence na nakikita natin lalo na dun sa mga South Cotabato, yung mga na mga area ngayon. So masakit, it's so hurt for us to see young people there, and it's so we want to see peace because it's so nice for our community.
According to the Talaan League story of creation, according to the creator, the Apo Wagas Magbabaya, that every human race and every people are provided by their spaces, provided by their own religion, their own language, their own culture. So what is happening in Mindanao is that simply not recognizing the spaces of everyone.
There's a problem with the societies. We don't know how beautiful is the world, and we don't appreciate the beauty of the environment, the beauty of human. That's why they don't really care for peace. Because if you know what is beauty, so you will keep it as you know you have to protect the tranquility of the space.
Here is our space. We can paint here, we can spend time here playing our music, painting, and talking about our dreams. The importance of the school is that simply knowing yourself. It is very important for children, like claiming your own self, because you will not be confused before you mingle with other people. They will not be confused of like telling that, hey, I have my own identity and I am a Talandi. But that is very inspiring for the young children. Listening to them, like dreaming like someday young leaders also will rise and continue to what our elders are doing.
The war is finished, and then now we need to appreciate the beauty. We need to the old people to see what is the beauty, and maybe no conflict. If there is a beauty, you know already about the beauty.
It is very important to see the culture, to feel the culture, to be proud of their own culture.
We are all aiming to have peace in this world we belong. In this world we are wanted to achieve peace. In one point I do believe that each generation has a chance to achieve peace on their own ways, by through understanding one another, through giving space that we can all grow together, respecting each belief, respecting and understanding each culture.
It gives me a challenge to stay in peace, because obviously I'm a Muslim, and my other Muslim my other Muslim families are in trouble, or facing much troubles here in our community, because they're fighting for they're not inside of our government here. So I'm in peace because I believe that peace can save this world.
As a Christian, it is difficult to educate my fellow Christians about the situation that are happening in the Moro communities, especially if they lack the interest, and especially if they themselves are victims of biases and prejudices, discrimination against the Moro communities.
I felt discriminated when I was in Manila, and I'm wearing this kind of suit, and I'm looking for a friend, so I'm one there. By the way, I've had a vacation there for a week, and I've had a friend there. So we've gone into a mall, we strolled there, and what do you call that? The sales lady out there is not much giving attention to me, because I've heard her say that what do you call that? she's afraid of me because I'm a Muslim, and they called us as a terrorist. So that hurts my feelings.
In an international level, I think Muslims in general are not given that chance, not given that chance to be heard on what their grievances are all about.
To my fellow catalysts of change, we need to continue what we have started. We have started in little, now we are imparting more. So we need to continue what we can impart. And of course, maybe it is good for us to be part and participate in peace negotiation.
Yes, my fellow youth, please engage in leadership, seminars, in networking. Dapat we have to makialam. Makialam tayo sa kung anong nangyayari. We must involve in what happened in this world because para meron tayong maibigay, no? Meron tayong meron tayong maibigay sa country or sa mai-contribute, yes. So para meron tayong may contribute na malay mo maganda rin siya.
Just proceed or go to with what you're working with because it can give us world peace and it can bring people into a better world.
Para sa ating mga kabataan na nanonood ngayon, gusto kong ipaalam sa inyo na hindi porket mga bata lang tayo, wala tayong magagawa. Di ba nga, sabi nila, ang kabataan ay pag-asa ng bayan. So, kailangan tumayo tayo sa ating inuupuan ngayon at tumulong tayo sa ating kababayan na nakikipagsapalaran sa ibang bansa.
If you see something wrong, do something about it. Physically, do something about it. If you can't do something about it, say something about it. But if you are constrained to say something about it, then feel bad about it in your heart.
In our today, present, as you can see, violence are so many, or let's say that higher than peace. So that if you compare peace into violence, peace is more, what you call that, beautiful in us, and we can be more. Our world can be more safer with peace more than violence.